Welcome back. I'm joined by comedian Pete Holmes, who's also the star and creator of Crashing on HBO. Welcome.
I was surprised I'm here.
Yeah,
Not that I'm here. I'm happy to be here. But when the camera cut to me, I was like, oh, I'm on the show.
You're like, oh, look, that's me.
It's me. It's us. We're back.
Well, you're feeling a little under the weather, right?
I am.
We've been talking about this on the show.
But I
today.
don't. I think you're a bull of a man.
You think I'm going to be
you're
okay?
You're going to be fine.
Do you have a go-to? Like, do you have something that
A remedy?
Yeah, that you like to...
Well, we were talking about Vicks Vapo Rub.
Uh-huh.
And as a
But
kid,
you don't buy it.
I didn't mess with the Vapo Rub.
Uh-huh. Is there anything you do like? Soup? Any go-to?
Not really. I'm just kind of suffering through it. I think I got it from my baby.
Oh, no.
I don't know how my baby got it. She smokes cigarettes, but I don't know how she got it.
Yeah.
But I think I really got the cold from my baby. So this is an LA cold from an infant. But
that you brought to New York?
Yeah, I imported it.
How dare you,
I just
sir.
wanted to mix it up in Manhattan.
Well, here it is. You're doing all the shows. Because season 3 is coming out.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. And you're doing it with sickness, so we're glad you made it in. Really appreciate it.
It's my honor.
Let's take
pleasure.
a look. And we got a little clip here from season 3, which is premiering soon.
News. John Mulaney wants you to open for him.
Are you fucking with me?
Nope. He asked for you by name.
John Mulaney.
John Mulaney.
Asked for me.
Mm-hmm.
By name?
Yep.
How did... We've met one time. He must have seen me or something, right?
That's the thing about this business, Peter. You never know what's lurking around the next corner. Most of the time, it's a punch in the gut. Sometimes it's a treasure chest.
My man, you're looking very healthy in there.
I felt so much better
so
on that
virile.
day.
You look good.
So virile and warm on the inside.
You got John Mulaney as a co-star.
Yes.
You got Amy Schumer guest starring.
Yep.
You got Ray Romano.
Yeah.
Did you have a favorite one?
Well, what am I going to do now, you son of a bitch? Well, Mulaney and I have been friends for over 10 years, so the fact that we're on a show together is a huge thrill. And we get to show John being an asshole, which is how I know him.
Is that his true self?
No,
he's a very dark man, actually.
I mean, everybody has different sides, and John would be the first to tell you that, of course, off stage he might be a little bit more biting. I find it hilarious. That's like the funniest stuff. So when we could write a fictional version of John that's kind of like that bite, it's my opinion, it's like one of the best Mulaney's you can get.
It's fun to watch him play against type. You've also got Djibouti Young White in the mix, which is so exciting.
Yeah.
What's it like to work with him?
Djibouti's amazing. We wrote a script about me going and doing a college tour, and then sometimes when you do colleges, they'll have like one of the students open for you. And Judd Apatow's one of the producers. We thought it would be so funny if I see a really amazing college comedian. I think he's incredible, and then I bring him to New York, and then everybody loves him, hates, and doesn't like me as much.
And he leapfrogs you.
Exactly. And if you're gonna do that, stand-up is one of the hardest things to show on TV. So if you're gonna have a young, amazing stand-up, you have to get a young, amazing stand-up. Like, I suppose you could script it and get an actor or whatever, but we were like, we need someone who just has that X factor, that thing where you're like, oh, wow, we're seeing this guy 5 years before he's a superstar, and that's Djibouti. He's incredible.
Because he's killing it.
He's killing it. Well, and then he got The Daily Show.
Right.
I mean, after Crashing, so...
It's literally happening.
He owes me.
He owes you big time. You get a % of the paycheck.
I mean, why does my manager? I'm doing what my manager does for him.
That's right.
Why is it pro bono?
You're basically trying to become Djibouti Young White's manager.
That's what I'm
doing. It's a good career step. It's a good career step. I like it. I like it. But the comedy tour stuff really got me, man.
Yeah.
Like, do you have fond memories? Because you literally paid your dues. You've done this. Do you have any fond memories of your college tours in real life?
I do. There's something cozy. There's like a very snowed-in feeling when you only have one thing to do during the day. So like when I first started touring, I was like, it's so lonely, it's so isolated. And then other comedians graciously would be like, no, you need to love it. You need to think of the good things. You need to be like, I'm going to go in this Holiday Inn Express, and there's going to be clean towels. There's going to be an ice machine.
A soap in a plastic container.
Yes. Seinfeld had the bit where he'd pretend his muscles are huge. The soap was regular size. And these are the thoughts that comedians come up with to make travel not lonely. But it works. Our brains are stupid. You know what I mean? This is why advertising works. So you can sell yourself the road lifestyle, and I actually do miss it. You only have one thing to do.
Is that what you miss? Do you feel like you're really busy now, and you miss being on the road because even though it's all these cruddy hotels, it's just one thing to do?
I guess I appreciate both. I like being busy, but I also can appreciate like I said, it's like a snow day. It's just like, you wake up at like 11 a.m. and you're like, I don't have to be anywhere for 9 hours. And that's a feeling not a lot of people get. So I like to enjoy it, watch a third of The Hobbit, and then I have to go to the show.
Especially as a new parent. Listen, another part of the season, though, it's all about the clubs and the village and that.
Yeah.
There's even a joke about this a little bit, how the Comedy Cellar allows Louis C.K. to keep coming on stage.
Is there a joke about that?
There's just like, hey, we're getting all the overflow at the Boston Comedy.
Yes,
remember that?
that's true.
Do you think that's the right call on the person running the Comedy Cellar to let Louis C.K. kind of keep coming to the stage?
I mean, I don't know all the factors at play. I certainly do sympathize with the people that don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I think it's interesting that so many comedians take the stance of like, if you're offended, go fuck yourself. When I'm like, are we so out of touch with empathy and with the idea of, I offend myself sometimes with my own thoughts, sometimes with my own comedy. Sometimes people are like, I had a joke on my last special and they were like, that's offensive. And I'm like, I totally get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, take a second to put your agenda aside and step into somebody else. I can also step into the club's shoes and be like, I see that. I can step into all sorts of different shoes and understand. But I don't like when people are like, I don't get it. It's my way and I want to make you me.
Yeah.
I see them. If you don't like it, I totally get that. And it's a complicated thing.
You totally understand that. What do you think? Bookers, agents, people running comedy clubs, comedians, what can men do to kind of support women as this all plays out?
I mean, it's always so simple. Treat people like you want to be treated. Don't be a dick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We do explore that on this season of Crashing. There's an episode that the press keeps calling the Me Too episode, which is about how it is different. Allie Reeson, played by Jamie Lee, who's my ex-girlfriend in the 3rd season, she does a club, and there's these like subtle little ways that women are treated differently. Even just from calling them like a very lovely comedian, like you never would say a very handsome comedian. Like, so we're starting to become more, our instruments are becoming more sensitive. We can pick up on these micro things where we're like, oh, why does she get brought up as like beautiful?
Right.
When that's irrelevant for a man? And why is it okay for you, a club manager, which happens on our show, to tell a female, I've seen this a million times, more energy, like more smiling. They just want, they're just like, can you be prettier and sexier? Like, no one's ever said that to me. They say, Pete, stop eating nachos. You have to be on stage in 2 seconds. Like, that's the only kind of comment I've got. So this is what I'm saying. Like, it's interesting to deal with these subtleties. And I think a lot of people go like, don't be so sensitive. It's fine for a woman. Just do your job. It's like, no, it's a beautiful thing to finely tune our instruments, to consider what it might be like for other people, and then to evolve.
And to evolve. And
That's
to
what
change,
yes.
and to grow.
That's what it's about.
That is a beautiful
What are we
sentiment.
doing?
It's a beautiful sentiment. But don't think I didn't notice that you basically just tried to ask me to compliment you. So Pete Holmes looking very handsome today. Don't think I didn't.
Didn't I say, before we were rolling, I said, you're not going to get my cold because you're a barrel-chested bull of a man,
you
Isaac.
did. You gave, and I'm giving it right back to you.
Yes, look at you. You look like you're going to sell
that.
me some sort of hair cream from the 50s.
I mean, I do want to talk to you about that
right?
afterwards.
You look like you have a switchblade comb and could fight a bear and win.
I actually... All right, let's not get into the switchblade comb. I'm trying to leave it at home. Here's the thing, though. I do the other thing. Like, you've got the village, you've got the comedy tour. You also, your character's getting into the Christian comedy scene a bit.
Yeah.
And you also have a history of that. Is there anything that mainstream comedy can learn from the Christian comedy scene?
That's an interesting question. I don't know. I think what the Christian comedy scene, as I experience it, is doing is wondering and projecting what an audience might want to see. Very much like going to Disneyland. I love going to Disneyland. It's fun. It's safe. It's easy. And they're kind of like, well, could we do a Disney version of comedy that kids can come to and people of faith can come to that might be a little bit more easily offended or maybe even more importantly, want to hear about things from a different perspective. So when I said to Judd, I was like, we want to do Christian comedy. I think that's an interesting thing because on Crashing, we always want to show a style or a world or a niche of comedy that people might not even know exists. And the religious market is one of those worlds. So I do a temple show, I do a Christian show, and then Judd loved the idea. In fact, he might have been involved in coming up with it. I might be misremembering. But he was like, and it should be great. Like, I think you hear that a comedy show is going to, like, do a Christian show we're going to just
And
be
it's gonna
making
be
fun of it.
miserable.
Everybody's just going to be like, make sure you say the Lord's name.
Right,
Some
right.
baloney.
Yeah.
We didn't do that. It can be wonderful, but the interesting thing for my character is there are limits on what you can say. So you go into this sort of like paradisical world, right? And you're having a great time and you're making good money, but then they're like, and this is real stuff. I one time got in trouble when I did a Christian show for saying SOB, which isn't a swear, it's an acronym representing a swear.
Just the phrase SOB.
I mean, and it was in
Wow.
question whether or not I'd get paid for the show because you weren't supposed to swear. And I was riffing. I saw someone in the crowd that I knew. I went, oh, look at you, you old SOB. And the crowd went ice cold. And I was like, I'm a long way from the West Village.
You
man.
lost the room. I noticed just while you were talking, because you weren't sure if you could swear on this
yes.
show, you said instead of bullshit, you said baloney.
Oh,
You
we can.
You can swear.
Bullshit. I
It's
love
okay.
swearing.
And now, you know, when I bring up swearing, that's when I like to talk to somebody about their child.
Oh,
So you're a fucking dad now.
I'm a fucking dad.
It's
man.
really good. Is your daughter a good audience?
She's a wonderful audience.
Does she laugh at you?
Do you want to see a video of it?
I don't think you got to show me that afterwards.
Okay, I'm going to email it to all of you.
I appreciate that, but she
But
laughs at
she'll
you?
laugh. She's just getting to the point where she can recognize me. And which, this is so boring. Nobody gives a shit about your kids.
I give a shit about your kid.
Isaac, you're a gentleman. This is the internet.
I give a shit about your kid. Tell the
Nobody
story.
fucking cares about. That's lesson one.
Tell the
She will
story.
laugh,
Tell
but
the
she
story.
likes fresh material, Isaac.
She likes the new stuff.
So I'll go. You're like a baby. Look at
And
your.
she- and
beautiful-"
she's like, "I saw
and she'll
that shit
laugh.
last
No,
week."
she'll laugh real hard, and then the next day I'll go. And she's like,
Get some new stuff.
"Yeah, I need some fresh material, Dad.
Get some new stuff.
I thought you were a professional.
I thought you brought a new thing
I
to
bring out the
stage
keys
every day.
She's like, "You're a hack."
yeah, and get out of here. Prop comedy, that's bullshit.
Get the guitar.
Does she have the chops? Does she make you laugh?
She makes me laugh all the time.
Yeah?
She makes me laugh just because she forgets anything. If you're there, she has no object permanence. So she sees you. This is her. And then she's like,
And then she gets surprised by you again? Pete Holmes, that was a great impression of a baby. I don't know if you're doing that on the road, but that is some good stuff right there. I think
you're
we
the
should do some
kindest
material.
man.
Pete, thank
I
you
want to see you in the Street Fighter level where you have to break barrels. You remember that?
Yeah,
level?
yeah, with the chest tear.
I'm
and
calling you Zangief.
You want me in a red
basically.
Speedo. I get what's going on. Pete, thank you so much for joining us. The new season of Crashing premieres on HBO January 20th. Be sure to check it out.
That's this Sunday.
Thank you so much.
People don't know dates. I don't
Oh,
want to get you
thank you
sick.
for not getting me sick.
I don't want to.
That's this Sunday. Check it out.
Thanks, guys.